Hello, hello, possums. Yes, again it is I, the Conspicuous Moo. I've been playing in the Elder Scrolls Online now for some time, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Playing a dual Ice Staff Warden tank is quite a departure from the fare that World of Warcraft offers, and I'm really enjoying the dungeons, storylines, and other experiences that ESO offers. What I haven't enjoyed recently is the 9.1 Shadowlands PTR. I have tried valiantly to crash through Corthia, but I do find myself losing momentum and the will to play rather quickly. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some positives to the zone, which I won't spoil here, including a rather interesting story, but there's not a lot of that story to be had. When you're on the PTR, there are no restrictions on your progress. But, you know, when this goes live, you'll be lucky if it takes 10 minutes out of your game time a week. And it goes without saying that most of Corthia is the same dull, unimaginative stuff that we've been fed regularly by this creatively deficient design team for some time now. The new Torghast levels are different, in as much as you are now performance monitored to an extent, but none of the problems associated with the actual content have been addressed. You know, the main ones being the lack of difficulty, the mindless repetition, and the feeling that the whole experience is there to be a necessary evil in order for your character to progress at all. When it comes to both of these new places, there's very little joy to be had. Now, I realise that this is a personal perspective, and that fun can't be put in a recount table, but after many hours on the PTR, what is being offered would not by itself be enough to bring back many players, and I do include myself in that. So it stands to reason that I've spent more of my gaming time in the MMO I enjoy, instead of testing and playing through 9.1, which is appallingly tedious. I'm not going to test the raid, Sanctum of Domination, for several reasons. If I came back, I wouldn't want to spoil the enjoyment of it. I'm also not going to be raid leading, so I don't need to instruct everyone on how the bosses work, and most importantly, I just can't be arsed. This lack of arse also extends to the Burning Crusade announcements and the monetization that Blizzard have attached to it. Would a longer pre-patch have been better for those players moving on from Classic? For sure. Does Blizzard really give a stuff about those players? Well, no. I personally think that the Deluxe Edition is extortionate for what little you get, and that both mounts are a bit crap, and I wouldn't use either of them anyway. Selling boosts is utterly unsurprising, although I wish Blizzard wouldn't try and paint it as some sort of benevolent offer to assuage the agonies of their beloved customers. And of course the most egregious abuse is of the cloning, considering that it's, little more than a PTR character copy that you yourself do when it's time to test their latest batch of copy-paste content. So as usual, they're trying to squeeze as much money as they possibly can out of one of their old X-Backs, since their newest one is hardly cutting the mustard. Now, I'm not interested in playing the Burning Crusade Classic, so I don't have a horse in this particular race, and I wish all the players well, and that Blizzard do their best to keep true to the original version. It's just an inevitable shame that Blizzard had to stain the launch with yet another example of why nobody should buy or play their games anymore. And so we get to the crux of this video. At this stage, I won't be returning to Shadowlands, or any other version of World of Warcraft for that matter. The retail version doesn't look like it's going to improve by any great stakes, and frankly with Ian Hazzikostas in charge, it's unlikely to get better anytime soon. What I've tested on the PTR is not at all encouraging, and I've found a better fit for my MMO fixation in Elder Scrolls Online. I'm actually looking at housing at the moment. I can't decide between either Bosmer or Khajiit style, and there's a lot to choose from. If I were to resub, it would only be to redo Classic, but I feel that giving Activision Blizzard any money right now is tacit acceptance of the lack of quality and value that they're offering. And, I feel in general we shouldn't reward them for such poor efforts as they're putting out. This does mean, of course, that this channel will be changing, given it was created to follow monks in World of Warcraft, and neither will be explored for the foreseeable future. I'd like to thank those of you who have stuck around with my silly content, and I totally get that a lot of you will unsubscribe now as you look to other content providers. I'll still be watching developments from afar, naturally, and I have particularly enjoyed the recent mask-free Bellular. It is good to know that even the greatest of the WoW content creators out there are feeling the disillusionment that I, and I'm sure many other players have, with the current state of the game. The future content on here will obviously include Elder Scrolls Online, along with the odd Moo review when I do get to watch a movie, and another project that I'm not quite ready to disclose just yet. It's a little experimental. I have enjoyed most of my time in Azeroth, and I do leave with no regrets. For those of you who are staying on, and well, I do hope sincerely that it does get better for you, and that you actually get development worth your subscription sometime soon. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to touch on today. Stay fruity, and remember to moo once a day to the great bovine deity in the sky who must not be named. I, for my part, am the Conspicuous Moo, and I'll see you all soon.